That's reassuring, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
That's reassuring.
Well, folks, we're live once again on day 4, the final day of AUSPAC 2022, and these are the AUSPAC files. First one for the day, coming to you live from the AUSPAC 2022 exhibition floor. And today I'm joined by Ken and Nathan, and they're from Packserv. Gentlemen, welcome to the show, and how are you doing?
Good morning.
Morning, Grant.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us.
Cool. So let's start, Nathan. You've got a bit of family history with AUSPAC.
Yeah, so I'm third generation packaging and manufacturing. I recently found a photo of my mum on the stand in the 1989 AUSPAC with
Fantastic.
Gary Higgins Packaging and Flowfill, which was the brand they were marketing at the time. So
Yep.
AUSPAC's been part of my family for quite a few decades now.
Fantastic. And I understand this is the first time you've done an AUSPAC with Packserv.
It's the first time exhibiting with AUSPAC. I have exhibited before, I think in the 1996 AUSPAC with Rent-A-Fill, a business I used to run, which my dad started.
Cool.
Which was my entry into packaging and manufacturing. I shied away from it for many years and went into a career in accounting and came back to packaging and automation at a later date.
The siren call beckoned you back.
Yeah, well, I started doing the books and the accounts for the company.
Yep.
And then after I'd been doing that for a little while, I started doing some service, and then I started doing some maintenance. And then in 1995, I took over running the business, and I ran that until 2006 when my dad retired and sold the business, and I started Packserv.
There you go. Okay. And Ken, your background?
Oh, nothing like as exciting. No, mine was just in local government, and I was the production manager for a cosmetics company.
Okay.
And I first met Nathan actually through using Packserv machinery to fill our lotions in jars.
Fantastic.
We go back 12, 14 years, I think.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
I've been with Packserv now almost 3 years.
Okay. Well, we've been talking a bit about Packserv. Let's transition now. Tell us about Packserv. What's the company? What do you produce?
Sure. We supply packaging machinery and automation. We have our own range of about 30 different machines that we manufacture in-house in our Sydney facility in Marrickville. We have a presence in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. We have team right around Australia, machinery right around Australia. We have about 120 different machines in our rental fleet. And then we also import distribution, and we're the Australian New Zealand distributor for a couple of brands. We have about 100 or so other machines that we use in conjunction with that are complementary to the machinery range that we manufacture. So all up, there's about 250 different pieces of machinery. We've got about 25 of them on the stand here at this AUSPAC, which is really quite cool. The stand looks amazing. I think our marketing department's done an awesome job. Ken was here a couple of days early, and I think did an awesome job putting the stand together. I think we couldn't be happier with how both the stand has turned out and also the exhibition.
Fantastic. So lots of equipment I'm hearing there, quite a range. What kind of, can you give us some examples of a couple of them?
Yeah, sure. So anything basically in FMCG packaging and manufacturing, we might have had a hand in terms of supermarket items. So the machine that puts the liquid into the bottle, wraps a label around it, tightens the cap, prints a code, puts it in a box, tapes the box up, that sort of stuff. So it's all FMCG packaging, manufacturing, automation. We've got a lot of machinery now that we have in the innovation department, which is getting major overhauls, and we're diving further into Industry 4.0, PLC control, also working with some universities that Ken's been quite a significant part into.
Yeah, we've got partnerships with the University of Sydney, and also UTS at Sydney, doing two different things. UTS are helping us with the software platforms to make all our equipment talk to each other, and so we can engage in some remote monitoring and maintenance prediction. And with the University of Sydney, we've got a project going to explore some new materials. We're now predominantly we make machine parts, stainless steel, it has to be said, and we're looking at making these parts now with titanium and ceramics, which gives us a whole new range of customer base. You know, we can fill different products than the more severe caustic things that you might imagine.
Well, sounds like innovation is definitely the key here, and because as we've seen, if you stand still and keep thinking that what you've got is sufficient, then you're going to fall well behind.
Look, there's been some amazing breakthroughs and developments in additive manufacturing and 3D printing. And as Ken was saying, the different materials that we've got on offer now and the properties they have is really exciting.
Yeah, no, that's great. I can hear it coming through. And obviously you also mentioned that you've had a great AUSPAC. So sounds like you've been getting some good people coming through, very informed and interested rather than just looking.
Absolutely. Utterly surprised and blown away with not just the number of people that have actually turned out and actually come to have a look at the exhibition, the number of people that have been excited and interested to stop by our stand and have a look at the machinery we've got on display. It wasn't necessarily the quantity of people that have been coming by. We haven't been bombarded with tens of thousands of people just hovering around the stand, but definitely we've had groups upon groups upon groups of actual legitimate buyers that are ready not just to have a requirement for packaging machinery, they're ready to place orders. So it has actually been an amazing exhibition. Really, really, really pleased.
Good. Well, it's like the online world. It's all very well to have 20,000 people subscribe to your channel, but if your engagement's not happening, what's the point? So, much better to be at a place where you're not getting surrounded and mobbed, but you are getting very good quality. So I'm glad to hear that's happening for you. Seems to be a common thread through everyone saying they're getting engaged people who are wanting to really engage as opposed to just looking. And there's a number of making sales and things like that.
I suppose if it was every year, people would be less focused. I think we're reaping the benefits in this show from the hiatus from COVID. I think serious people have been looking forward to it for quite some time.
And also the like people aren't taking for granted these shows anymore. Like before COVID, it was like, okay, we're just doing the shows. But we've now demonstrated that, yes, we can work remotely. We can do some things through video. We can send remote teams out. There was one group we were interviewing. They said they did from initial contact with a customer through to completion, delivery, and installation, and they'd never met them. None of their team had been in the country. They'd all been with remote people. So they actually first met them at the show here. So we've met a great many of our existing customers, haven't we? From around Australia that we've never. It's great to put a face to. They've just been a call on the telephone. Some of the folks are saying it's been great to put a body to the face, so to speak.
There's that as well.
Seen your face, but there you are.
There's a lot of people we haven't actually even seen before, and businesses that we've been dealing with for years that we've not actually met the key decision maker, perhaps, or the production manager, or even just the actual warehouse team. So it's been cool to sort of meet and greet a few people, lots of people that we have known but not necessarily met, and just it's been great to actually be here and for us being based in Sydney to actually touch base with our Melbourne clients.
Well, while we've got you here, is there anything else you'd like to say about Packserv, AUSPACK, anything like that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I mean, it depends how much time you've got, really. Happy to sit here and chat with you all day. Look, I think John from ETF and Mark at APMA have done an amazing job with the exhibition. We couldn't be happier with how it's all panned out. I think it's been a seamless event, and the teams have done a fantastic job. Really quite excited for APEX 2024, which is also really cool and a new development. It's going to be combining two trade shows, I understand, and it should be a really big exhibition, so that's quite exciting. For us as a business, we turned 15 in January, which was really exciting. So
congrats.
We're certainly not new to the space. And it's just nice to further our exposure and our reach and actually get more of our products on display.
Fantastic.
I'd just to add to that, it's been a great experience from start to finish for me. I mean, we put a lot of planning into it to start. And I arrived here on Saturday. And everybody from start to finish has been fantastic. Nothing's too much trouble. Right from Saturday when we had almost a greenfield site with just a concrete floor. A little bit worrying when you think, crikey, I've got 26 machines arriving. But from the top, the organisers to the forklift truck drivers to the guys that are coming and collecting all the garbage. Smile on the face, nothing's too much trouble. It really adds to the experience, and it's when we open the show, everybody's relaxed and you'll feel you almost part of a big family.
I
sound like I'm being paid for this. I should be really, but it's absolutely true. It's genuine, honestly.
Well, John just walked past, so you need to go, aha.
That was well timed.
Very well timed. Well, Nathan and Ken from Packserv, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate your time.
Well,
thanks so much for having us, Grant.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Cool. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our first for the final day. We'll be back probably around 11 o'clock with another live to the air discussion on the AUSPACK files. So stay tuned to this channel.